Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
Kohallah Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Bahashim Vakakudash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to the Akim and the Hows and Bowers making their bodies a living sacrifice. Also salutations goes out to the brothers and sisters listening and learning. Shalom. My name is Malak from the Diligent Soldier Camp here in Lowell, Massachusetts. I pray this lesson be edifying to you all. The definition of the word resonate is to evoke a feeling of shared emotion or belief with someone. Right? For example, this gospel resonates with the elect. It's as simple as having a deep feeling, a deep belief that you are an Israelite. That the Father's name is Yahweh, and his Son's name is Yahweh Shai. Alright, so now with that being said, I have a few scriptures lined up, and I'll try to make this as fast as possible. This is the book of John, chapter 10, verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Right? The Lord is the shepherd, and the sheep are the elect. And they hear his voice, man, through these scriptures, right? Through the breakdowns that brothers do in the highways and byways, and starting with the apostles on down with the elders. You know, even though they're speaking, you hearing the Lord, because they're speaking out of the oracles of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which is the Bible, which is the scriptures. Right? So it says, my sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. The Lord knows who his elect is. You know, all of them. The 140, starting with the 144, and the large multitude, the innumerable multitude. Right, and those people, and the elect in total, right, as a whole, which is the not only the 144 but also the large multitude, they hear his voice and they follow him. That's what that scripture is saying, right? So if you feel in your spirit, in your heart, man, that in your mind, right, that these things that you are listening and learning from brothers in the highways and byways, starting with the apostles, these epistles on YouTube, man, if you're hearing it for the first time, if you're new to the faith, or even if you have a few months, a year or so, you know, you should keep trying to find out more and more, praying to the Lord for more understanding, you know. Now, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. That word tarrying goes into like delaying. Make no delay to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. Don't put him off, you know. Read a couple chapters, man. You know, listen to lessons on YouTube. Those epistles, man. You know, if you have a camp nearby, go visit that camp and start going every time that they're out there. You know, get this truth while we can, man. So it goes on to say, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth. And in thy security, when you chilling, when you parlaying, in thy security, thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Right? So, you know, is a warning and a spiritual advice, man, to turn to the Lord. Get this truth as much as you get as much as of this truth as you can, because you know the famine of the word is not far, man. It's imminent, right? Meaning nearby, very near. You can see the famine of the word is coming, man, because you know they censoring the truth, man. They hiding the truth, you know. They block you when or ban you from a certain social media when you're bringing out truth, man. Right? Now this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, though it delay, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Now, you know, in reality, we know that when we bring out this scripture, it's mainly speaking of what's to happen as far as the nukes, man. You know, this place going out, Babylon going out in fire, man, and brimstone, as Revelation says, right? But we know that those are the missiles that are going to be shot out from these different nations that hate this whore, Babylon, man, right? But you could also liken this until, you know, Jacob's trouble. That's a vision, and that's not gonna tarry. That's definitely coming. You know, the Lord's word, the Most High Father Yahweh, his word doesn't come back void, man. Right? Now, even Esdras was shook when he had the visions of those things that are gonna come to pass, that are imminent, man, that are near, more than ever. You know, this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verses 17 and 18. This is Ezra speaking. He says, woe is me, right? Woe means destruction. You know, so he's looking at this and he's like, man, I'm gonna be destroyed. It says, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils, which evils goes into bad times, right? What shall I do when these evils shall come? Now this is Esdras, man, a prophet that spoke to the Lord, man, and even he was shook when he saw these things, and for a moment forgot, right, that he could possibly be a part of the elect, right, or that the Lord was gonna save him, because these visions shook him, man, to the core, man. Scared him, petrified him, bro. You know? But we ought to rely on Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, man. You know? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 46, verse 27. Right? It says, But fear not thou, O my servant Jacob. This is Yahweh speaking, man. And be not dismayed, O Israel. For behold, I will save thee from afar off, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return and be in rest and at ease, and none shall make him afraid. So the Lord is going to save his elect, man. You know, Yahweh Shah's name, his son's name, literally means salvation. But only salvation to those that are turning to the Lord, those that this truth is resonating with, and they're turning to the Lord, and they're trying to find out as much as they can. They're trying to soak up as much as they can. So if these scriptures resonate with you, you know, and you're new to the faith, don't delay. Get as much knowledge and understanding as you can, man. Because this is that knowledge and understanding is exactly what's going to keep you, right, safe and sound, for lack of another word, right? Look, this is as Isaiah 33 says, right? This is Isaiah 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge, right? Wisdom goes into being wise, right? Which means to know, to be hip to something, right? And knowledge meaning knowing, right? So, in wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. So fearing the Lord, man, fearing these things that are going to happen, as Esdras feared what was happening when he was seeing these visions. But he ultimately knew that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is the one that brings the destruction and the famine and the sword. You know, he knows that. I mean, in the heat of the moment when he was looking at that vision, having that vision, he you know, fear takes over, and if you don't get a hold of it, you know, it could control you. But Isaiah 33:6 clearly tells you, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure, man. So if this truth resonates with you, man, if these scriptures that I brought out resonate with you brothers, with you sisters that are listening, you know, don't turn from the Lord, but seek him, man, because these doors of mercy are soon going to be closed, man. 2022 is going to be a hell of a year. It's going to be an evil year, man. You know? All right, so with that being said, man, I pray that this be edifying to the elect, you know, to you brothers and sisters sincerely listening, learning, not only from, you know, my page, but you know, starting with the apostles on down, man, of GMS, who teach and rule well, man. All right? So with that, I want to say, Kohalo Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim V'Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles again of GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to the Akim in the houses and byways, making their bodies a living sacrifice. And salutations to you brothers and sisters listening and learning. Shalom.